Now, up until this point, we've looked at recoding and we looked at visual binning, but there's another thing you can do called automatic recoding. And this is essentially taking a string variable and converting it into a numeric variable. And this is actually pretty common because your statistics, the statistical procedure you need to run, whatever that is, may not work on strings, right? It may need numbers. Very often it's going to need numbers. So a column like this where you say gender, well, it's not going to run on an M or an F, and so it needs to be coded with a number. And remember your value labels. So in this case, these were actually coded with M's and F's, and they may actually need to be 1s and 2s. So to do this, you can do what's called an automatic recode, and you'll find that under transform and then automatic recode, which is here. And so let's do this example of gender where we select it and we create a new name, because essentially this is going to create a new variable, so a new column, and I'm going to call this gender new var or new var. I'll just call it new, that's fine. And then we need to click on, because we can't click on OK now, we have to first click on add new name. So we click on that and then we see the OK button up here. Now if you did this very often, so you had to schedule, say someone sends you every month or week or something, a file like this, and you need to recode them over and over again, you can create a template. So you could create a new one, and then after you've done this process, you could then apply it. So that's handy to save quite a bit of time. And then notice that by default, it says we don't have this box checked to treat blank strings as user missing. So user missing means that the user, i.e. the survey person, the person taking the survey, did not actually fill in a value, and so the value that you get in your data view in the data is missing. It's not there, and that's the user missing. That means user missing, as opposed to system missing, which means after you sort of transform or otherwise change the data, if for some reason in doing that you get a blank value, that would be called a system missing. So missing you can kind of equate with blank. User missing means the data wasn't there to begin with, and system missing means it was not there after some sort of transformation. But in this case, if you leave this unchecked, treat blank strings as user missing, because it's not checked, you're going to get basically a series of 1s all the way through if we don't have a value. In any case, let's click OK. And then after we run that, we get now a 1 for female and a 2 for male. Now you might be wondering, why did female come before male? It's because it's based on alphabetization. So F comes before M, and so you get 1 and 2. Notice too that it's case sensitive, so if you had all caps female or all caps male, those would come in as different values.